Welcome to the Barstool Banner. I'm your host, Pete Judy. And today on the banner, I'm glad and honored to have AJ Wetzel, songwriter and musician. So, grab your favorite beverage, pop the top, belly up to the bar, and enjoy the time with AJ Wetzel on the Barstool Banner. Welcome, AJ.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
How you doing?
I'm good.
With me, I have AJ Wetzel and Steve-O from Steve-O's Music Madness.
Hello, everybody.
So, grab your beer. Let's do it officially. Pop your top. Very nice. Very nice. So, tell me what's going on.
Came out with a new album. I think it dropped January 28th. Called Indiana Winter. Went up to Indy and recorded it. Just kind of did a little acoustic thing. Figured kind of give the people what they see if they come see me in a live show. I don't have a big band. I'm not gonna overwhelm you with high power guitars or anything yet. But at the moment, figured give them what I do when they come out, and yeah, so excited to release that.
So, Indiana Winter, how is that doing? Are you able to see what kind of views, sales, or anything you have?
Yeah, I got some apps on Spotify and Apple Music and whatnot, and it's doing good. It's one of those that, of course, just like any album, is going to pop up real high and then it kind of goes down. Right. But it's leveling out. It's some weeks it might be lower than others, but it's keeping pretty steady.
Is it?
So yeah, I enjoy that.
So, where are you primarily playing at right now?
Basically, Connorsville, Richmond, trying to look for some places in Newcastle, maybe farther out west, maybe Indy area, just to kind of spread it out and get the name out there more.
Right. So I know we have viewers and listeners from all over the world here, but we're talking about the little nook in Indiana right now. So AJ, I've known AJ for a while, veteran.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours.
You're welcome. So I've known AJ for a while, and I have to say, you do have a powerful voice. Powerful voice. That's the first thing that I notice, is when you sing, you automatically command the presence of the room.
Comes from his heart.
Yeah, it does. It does. You got any questions you want to ask?
Oh, yeah. Well, I got a bunch of questions I can ask you right now.
Go ahead,
man. You talk about playing local.
Yes,
you got
sir.
some big upcoming shows coming up, too. I mean, you're playing tomorrow night in Connorsville?
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, the one I'm thinking of the most is April 1st.
Yep,
That'll be the first Steve-O's Music Madness Presents show in Hagerstown, Indiana, at the American Legion. Mm-hmm. Then you got another big event the next day right here in good old Cambridge City.
Right
Can you
back
tell us
at
about
it.
that?
Yep, just April 1st, we'll be in Hagerstown, Legion. If you don't catch me there, turn right back around. I'm doing a little fundraiser for Lincoln After Prom. They asked me to do a fundraiser for them at the Cambridge City Legion on the 2nd. So I'll be back-to-back April 2nd, and in between there, I'll be playing the Maplewood every second Friday of every month.
You like the house band there, are you?
I don't know about the house band, but I love playing there.
Yeah.
No, I want to bring this up. Did you just hear him say, if you can't catch the show April 1st? No. You're going to be on the show April 1st and on April 2nd. Okay. Go ahead.
So, tell me about some of your influences as writers. How long have you been playing?
I think I've been, I guess, technically writing music or writing, I guess you'd call them poems if you don't got a guitar. Right. I've been writing those since I was probably middle school. Mm-hmm. But then I think I started playing guitar when I was 17, 18, somewhere right there. Just started picking up a guitar, and someone told me at school, they said, hey, you can make music off of writing songs. I had no idea that was a thing. I just thought everyone wrote their own music and you had to sing it. But then once I heard that, I went on a deep dive to try to figure out how to be the best songwriter I can be and see who I could listen to that can influence me.
And who are some of your influences?
When it comes to songwriting, definitely Springsteen, Bob Seger.
Really? Springsteen, Seger.
Yeah, Bob Seger. I guess Eric Church was probably one of the first people I listened to that made me want to write music. Mm-hmm. His Chief album that came out when I was a junior in high school.
Does he rank up there with Blink 182?
Yes. Call out to Stitch.
Okay. But other than that, songwriting point of view, definitely those guys. And now more little Sturgill Simpson songwriting and Tyler Childers. But if it comes all around music, I grew up with my mom listening to country music growing up. So that was George Strait, Alan Jackson,
the old school.
Brooks and Dunn,
Right.
that 90s country. And then my dad was always listening to classic rock. So I was anywhere AC/DC, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin,
So you got a good blend.
Guns N' Roses. So it kind of put it all together,
Right.
melded it up, and you got this goofy guy. So
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Because you was talking about when you was playing some of the poetry, writing, and stuff like that. Okay, your new album. Is there like one or any songs up here that you wrote like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago? Is there anyone that you brought from your childhood and you said you wrote? Is there anyone on the album now?
from my childhood, no. I think the oldest song on there would have to be Ain't Flashin'. I wrote that back in maybe 2014, 15.
That was when you was a kid, though, right? I mean, you're talking to two guys.
Yeah.
I
I was in my early 20s.
He's old.
20, 21, somewhere in there. So, yeah, I guess you can call me a kid. I'm still a kid, I feel like, or I act like one.
Compared to us, you are.
And the Wizard.
And the Wiz.
But yeah, Ain't Flashin' is definitely be the oldest one on the album. There's a couple more sprinkled in throughout my Marine Corps career that I wrote down in North Carolina and whatnot. And then some that I wrote a week or two before I even went and recorded the album. So
when you were in Carolina, you were by yourself for a minute, weren't you?
So I was there. Me and my wife were down there for 2-3 years, and then I deployed to Norway that last kind of year of my contract, and there was no sense of her sticking around. So she moved back up here to Cambridge, and then when I came back, I had 5 months left. So
you were separated a little bit.
Yeah, we're separated a little bit. I lived in a van that we fixed up, our little camper van. Mm-hmm. I lived in that in the barracks parking lot for about 6 months, and I would use my buddy's showers and whatnot and go to the chow hall with him. So I just go up, hang out with them upstairs, and then come downstairs and sleep in the back of the van, and that's just how it went.
Life,
yep.
Right?
No, that's a story.
That is.
No, speaking about your wife and things like that, you have a song on this new album, the Katie song. Is that?
Yep. That's definitely one I wrote for her. I just feel like any poet, songwriter, you always find your significant other, a girl or wife or loved one, and you just always feel like there's great songs out there that you write for them. So yeah, or as following everyone else's footsteps and write a song from a lady. So that's how I came up with Katie's song.
It's a good song.
It is.
Appreciate it.
Now, what about the Settle Down Kind? That's when I first heard you was at Pete's party last year, and I think you played that song.
And he is out for hire, by the way. Great, he does great at parties.
I'm always out for hire.
Yeah, that's where I first heard him. And I was like, I was there more for him, I think, than watching you guys swim. And anyway, long story short. But Settle Down Kind. Then next thing I reached out to you. You sent me a video of Settle Down Kind, and I mean that's a great song itself. Can you tell me a little bit about that songwriting?
Yeah, I was just like usual, just messing around on the guitar, come up with a couple chord progression that I liked. I kind of liked the groove of it, and then like usually, I just start mumbling a melody, and then see what kind of words I can come up. And as soon as I hit with the "I should have known better than to ask a girl like you about forever," I was like, well, this can be a song about that one guy that thought he could get this girl, but she's a free spirit and just kind of does her own thing and wants to be running around wild, maybe young love. Right. So that kind of just sparked that. And went from there.
When you write songs, how many times do you write out the lyrics and then try to put music to it? Or do you start off with, like you said, just some kind of progression and think, maybe, and put it together?
Most of the time, I would say it would start out with a progression, but there are some tunes like Junkyard Dog, for example. I had a melody in my head at work, and I was driving home, and sometimes I'll shut the radio off and just be in silence and kind of come up with words and lyrics and what I come up with. And I just kind of had that same kind of melody in my head, so I came up with the first verse, and I was like, well, now I got to figure out chords for it. So I just went to the simplest chord, hit a D, and sing with it and see what it sounded like. And
and just write the song around your first thoughts.
Right? Yeah, just kind of if I can get the chords to match that first verse, and then the rest kind of just fell into place. But
yeah, nice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. What other questions you got, Steve?
Why don't we get to, since I've been talking about Settle Down Kind, I got that song stuck in my head. Yeah. How about if we hear him? How about if he plays that song for us right now?
That's not my favorite.
Hey.
I suppose we can hear that.
I'm ready for another beer anyway.
Another beer. AJ Wetzel and Settle Down Kind on the Barstool Band.
Should've known better. Ask a girl like you about forever. You ain't the kind settling down. Still got the whole damn world burned down. Guess I should've known better. I should've just held on to your hand, just sing that song. Guess I got caught up in them pretty eyes, dark tan thighs, and running back roads with no stop signs in a small town. Damn, I should've figured out you're just a wild Mustang on an open road, running wherever the wind might blow. Gypsy girl on a westbound plane, hoping that the world remembers your name. Dancing under the northern lights on a December Saturday night. Hope you're doing just fine. I should've known you weren't the settle down kind. Bet there's a freeway, a T-top down, air blowing in your face, a red Trans Am just taking you out of this place. You ain't slowing down, girl, trying to forget this place. Yeah, I can just see your face. You're just a wild Mustang on an open road, running wherever the wind might blow. Gypsy girl on a westbound plane, hoping that the world remembers your name. Dancing under the northern lights on a December Saturday night. Hope you're doing just fine. I should've known you weren't the settle down kind. If you think of me, I highly doubt you're gonna think about me. But if you do, girl, I'm doing fine. The thing about us, we ain't the settle down kind.
Welcome back to the banner. That was AJ Wetzel with Settle Down Kind. I do like the song.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
do like the song. So tell me.
Kid's got a voice, man.
He does have a voice. Have you ever thought about maybe doing a video?
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on that?
I've thought about it. It's just kind of, I don't want to do a video with a bunch of like actors or like people acting. Kind of make it.
Like Pete.
Don't want to.
Yeah, like what,
I don't
what
want
we're doing right now.
cheesy video, but I don't know. There's also a band I watch that does like they go to crazy, I guess nature scenes and like volcanoes and shit, and they record like live performances there.
Yeah, that's
which would be
stupid.
pretty cool.
No,
but
that's stupid. That's definitely stupid. Why don't you just need to do a video of What's wrong with you just doing a video like outside singing, playing?
I've done them before. You check out my YouTube channel. That video's on there. Me outside.
Is it on
skinning.
MTV?
No.
MTV.
I don't know what MTV. I was about to say I don't know what any videos on MTV anymore.
No, we're not doing
all that's on there is ridiculousness.
Right.
24/7.
I think actually the internet is the way
too,
to go anymore as far as get your music out and things like that. I mean, you got YouTube. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, anything like that. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that you can build off of. So making a music video, yeah. I mean, I think I'll put something out there.
I mean, hell, anymore it's cheap to do.
TikTok. Look at TikTok.
Right.
Look at all the stuff off of there. So,
there's people on the radio
Wizard,
that.
Right. That started off TikTok or something like that.
I see. I have to bring up the Wizard again, by the way. Just sit there. He goes, "Oh, TikTok." He's laughing. We're walking down, leaving work, and I was like, "What are you doing?" TikTok. So anyway, long story short, let's get back to
TikTok.
So
TikTok. Were you going to say something? You took that deep breath like I was going to say
Hold
something.
on to
go
it.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So tell me, what are your thoughts on the music that's out there today?
I don't listen to much radio, to be honest with you. If I have a radio station on, it's usually Q95, so it's all the stuff from the past.
You don't have anything playing in your car right now?
No, because I ain't in it. No. I mean, if I would say something on my playlist, if we're going to go down that route.
Sure, we're going to playlist.
Then it'd probably be Sturgill Simpson, Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan, people you probably don't know.
I don't.
They're kind of like the
independent
independent
did they open for
country
Blink
artists.
182?
They definitely did not. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
So, no, but just kind of, I guess you could say, I don't know what they call it, but it's independent country artists that country radio doesn't like because they're a little more, I guess, the newer outlaw version of country radio.
Right.
That's kind of how I listen to it. But, yeah, either them or as before, when I was on my way over here, I was listening to Faces. I was singing Stay With Me in there. So
Faces. The group Faces?
Yeah. Rod Stewart.
Wow.
So
Yeah, go on.
What's the last let's do this. Shit, I don't know if I can answer this question. What's the last CD you bought? What's the last CD you bought?
Oh shoot, Bangalore Choir with David Reese.
What's the last CD you bought?
let's think about that. I would have to say it's hard now. I play I do a lot of vinyls, but
that'll work. What's the last?
You want to do the last vinyl?
Vinyl, CD, whatever.
I think the last vinyl I bought was, I guess technically my wife bought this one, but it was Kaleo. They're a rock band out of Iceland that I bought at their concert. But the last one I bought personally was Live Waylon Jennings. I think it was like a 1980s one at a record store down in Knoxville, Tennessee, with my buddy Keegan. So
you're right. I think I know for a fact the last CD I bought was Godsmack CD.
Really?
Yeah. And so it wasn't the last one, so it'd have been the one before, like Godsmack 4, I think. It was the album that came out. Mm-hmm. I always try to get their albums on CD, you know.
I'm still a sucker for CDs, vinyl, things like that. Of course, cassette tapes getting ready to come back out too. So.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's what I got in the...
Do you know what cassette tapes are?
Yeah, actually in my car, I drive a 93 Caprice Classic, and I got Led Zeppelin 2 in there right now on cassette.
When's the last time you've been to a store and walked by and saw a cassette player for sale?
Last time I was at that record store in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Right. No.
But you never see them.
But they're going to bring the cassettes out. What about 8-tracks? Have you ever
now you got
listened
me
to
off
8-track?
on that one. Yeah.
Oh man, the 8-tracks. You listening to it and then
click.
The song fades. It goes.
Had like 4 channels,
channel.
whatever. Yeah. Like 4 channels. Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
That's.
I can remember growing up listening to like Elvis and Kiss and that stuff on the whole 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You got me on that one. I did not know the 8 tracks.
Yeah, now see, we're like 2 old men just talking out of our heads about the old days. So, all right, so okay, we got shows coming up. Let's see, you already got your new album out. What is the future for AJ Wetzel moving forward? I mean, what do you have in mind? I know you talk about maybe a full band later on. Have you started working on other songwriting for maybe another album? Or
yeah. I think first and foremost is trying to take my live shows, and we're in a tight little knitted eastern side of Indiana corner, so trying to expand that out, whether it's going towards Indy or maybe going down south towards Kentucky or Nashville or Ohio. But I think I'm going to try to branch out and try to get more live shows out that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm always writing when it comes to songwriting. I try to make it a weekly, daily thing. If I sit down with my guitar, I'm doing something. Mm-hmm. And I always got words running through my head that I try to put out.
And your new album is on all digital downloads.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you talked about Spotify and everything like that. Have you ever thought about doing physical CDs?
I have. It's just kind of one of those things that how many people are going to want physical CDs now when they can just get it on their phone? Right. Is it worth my time and effort into putting it on a CD and doing an album cover? It would be
freaking LP
your own
pressed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That would be cool.
What would that cost for one?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But it would, to me, it'd be worth the cost. You know, because it's like, fuck, when am I ever going to do this again? Or you know, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, hopefully for you it's not, but you know what I mean? It's just, I can remember when we were playing, I still have the reel-to-reels at our house. That's how old it was when we were playing, the reel-to-reel. I have one, the guitar player's got one.
Yeah, and I guess I'm saying
the
how
only
much
reason
it
I
would.
don't have one, I left the band.
No, he's the drummer. That's why he doesn't have one.
Okay. I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be that expensive. You got to think about CDs nowadays it's not like a pricey thing. Right. So I guess it's more laziness than anything on getting one.
No, I mean, it does make sense.
But it's just like if everyone can just whip out their little computer they hold around in their pocket and click on my song.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw somebody with a CD Walkman or whatever, you know? You're right.
Or got the sun visor CD holder that every time you take a wrong turn, all the shit flies out.
Or the big books or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing of the past. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it only makes sense to do something like that.
But it's still, I guess, to me, it's still great to hold somebody's CD.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think it's going through
the smell of a freshly printed CD.
I don't know what it is.
Or it's like that first time you buy someone's CD and you're unwrapping it and you finally put it in the player and then you're just waiting for it to hit and then bam.
Yeah. I can remember that. Just the first, you wait for that band to come out and then that album comes out and you get the CD or whatever, you know, you open it up and you dissect everything that's written on it, you know what I mean?
Go through the little pamphlet that's inside.
Yeah. And then the lyrics, you know, he's speaking to me. AJ speaking to me when he wrote this song. You know? Yeah, that was good old days. So, writing, have you collaborated with anybody on writing? Or?
Honestly, I've written every song by myself except for one song, and Sean, if you're listening out there, he knows it, but I do not. Like, I know the words, but I could not remember the chords for the life of me right now. But me and Sean Lamb wrote the song back when we were living together in Pershing. We did a little song that we wrote, but that's the only person I've ever collabed with. Other than that, it's just all me.
Yeah.
No, is Sean one of your big influences?
When it comes to local musicians, he definitely got me.
He's probably like a mentor more than anything.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely got me playing live music. I used to sit up in my room and play guitar.
Well, it's a family show.
Oh yeah. Take it back
in your room.
I was playing guitar, Pete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But I'd be playing guitar for hours and hours and hours, and he used to play at what now is not open, but the Briar Pit in Cambridge on Wednesdays every night or every Wednesday. So I'd go down there, eat, and listen for 3 hours and just kind of digest what he was doing, how he was playing to the audience, songs that he was playing, what songs people liked, this and that. And then I remember one day he came up and sat down because I always sat by myself, and he just sat down and he said, "I heard you want to play music." And I said, "I would love to play music." And then he's like, "How about you bring your guitar next week and you can do my breaks?" So that's how I started, was 10-minute breaks. And Sean took his 10-minute breaks. I'd jump in there real quick, play a couple songs,
That's cool.
See what I can do, see who would listen. and then jump back out. But yeah, he definitely got me going when it comes to playing live music.
Wow.
I've opened for him.
Now, is he still on the radio?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yep, he's still on there.
Yeah. Nice.
But
He's still out performing too.
yeah,
Is
still
he?
out
Yeah.
performing. Yeah, killing it out there.
Right.
But he was definitely my first, I guess definitely mentor, and the first one that kind of got me out there and said, hey, like I opened for him at a couple like New Year's Eve shows and whatnot at like the Elks in Richmond. So he definitely gave me my starting point and kind of see how it works.
What's the biggest place you've ever played? How many people do you think? Because I know I've seen you at, well, you did something down at the Legion that one time. Well, Barb and I were there.
Canal
And
Days?
no, I don't know. It may have been.
I think it was Canal Days,
But
maybe.
that place was freaking packed.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of people there.
I honestly don't
I
know.
mean, it starts out with nothing.
Yeah, it's one of those where you play the chairs for
Yeah.
a little bit, and the next thing
and
you
it's
know,
like
everyone comes around.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I was kind of doing sound check for you before it filled
Yeah,
up.
you
I
were,
was
you
like,
were.
"No, turn it up.
I told Pete to go in the back and say, hey, up, down, anywhere in between.
Right.
But yeah, I don't really, it's hard to keep track of the places I play at for like crowd wise, because you're not selling tickets, and it's just kind of like who comes in when, who stays for the whole show, who's there for an hour or a set and then dips out. But I think one of the funnest, also talking about Sean, one of the funnest times is I played in Tootsie's down in Nashville.
Oh,
when
wow.
he was playing there, and of course when he went on break, I jumped up there real quick and played. I actually played Ain't Flashin' in Tootsie's, and that was one of the coolest things, just being country music, one of like the most iconic honky tonk bars that you could think of when it comes to Nashville. So that was a good time.
But you know, I can see it out of him, is that you can play in front of one person. You can play with 100 people or 500 people. He's still going to put the same show on.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 5 or 50 or whatever. I see.
Because you never know who's watching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way I
You
think
never
of
know
it.
who's watching.
You could be playing to 2 people in a room full of chairs, but that one of those 2 people could be, who knows, maybe another songwriter, or maybe someone that knows somebody at a record label, or this or that. So you can never off-put how you play.
Yeah, it's more important to be at your best when you have a half room or a quarter room than it is to having a big room, right?
Yeah.
Because that's really when you're spotlighted, because that's when you're the most naked, is when you got nothing.
Yeah, they're just staring at you.
Yeah.
All 4 of them are just
Nothing. Yeah.
dialed in on you.
Exactly.
And then when you got a bar full of people
Yeah,
that are
it's-
hooting and hollering,
for sure,
taking
it's
shots, yelling at
easier,
each other,
yeah.
it's easier like, well, if I fuck up here,
Right.
only like a quarter of these people will hear me because everyone else is drunk and slinging shots and screaming at each
Right,
other.
yeah.
But if you mess up when you got 4 or 5 people in front of you, you know they know you messed
They
up.
do.
Yeah, there ain't no
They can tell
beating
by
around the
the-
bush when it comes to that.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So, what song do you have for us next?
Next is going to be hopefully my first single off the album. Is going to be "Got Away."
Got Away. Tell me about the song.
It was just kind of this is one of the songs I wrote maybe a week and a half before I went and recorded. I had
Some of those are the best songs, aren't
see
they?
exactly. That's why I think that's why it resonates with me, because it was one of my newest songs. It was just I had 10 songs I already had, but there's one song I was kind of iffy on if I wanted on the album. I didn't know where to fit it in, and I was just writing like usual. And then I wrote that song, and I was like, well, we'll take that one out and slap this one in. And it's just one of those kind of like young love, heartbroken songs that are about, well, here I am, you're gone, a little bit of memories type thing. And like I was telling Steve earlier, me and my wife went out on a trip a while back, living in our van again, but traveling around the country.
Yeah, you guys traveled all over the place.
Yeah, we went all out
didn't you?
west. Yeah, running around in national parks and everything.
That's
but,
when you first got back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as I used my terminal leave, my plan was to use my
Right.
terminal leave to
Yeah.
go on it, so I'd still
Right.
get paid.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit, so it pushed it back. But we went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and the Great Tetons, and that was one of the most beautiful places I've ever
The
been.
Great what?
The Tetons,
The Great-
Teton
The
Mountains.
Great Tetons.
Yeah, yeah.
The Great Tetons.
Exactly. But that's kind of where that song came from. As you can tell in the first and last verse. First verse has I heard you went back to Jackson Hole. It's just kind of talking about that, and then the whole I can see.
Which one is this? Got Away?
Yeah, this Got Away.
Right. Okay.
And like long blonde hair in the Wyoming.
Right,
yeah, sky. So
right.
Stuff like that. Just kind of reminiscing on those times back in there.
Does that? Do you ever have that moment where you like put shit down on tape and for this, digital or whatever in the studio, and then you turn around and you're like, holy shit.
That sounds pretty damn
good.
It
sounds good. Is that me?
It's like, I'm not one. So the way I do songwriting is I literally just pen and paper it and play it. And then once I have the whole song completed, I'll record it. So in case I go dumb or something, I can remember the rhythm. But there are times where I'll be listening to my songs and I'm like, I can't believe I came up with like that line. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you catch a line that like the wordplay on it's just perfect. And you're like, damn. That was actually me.
Yeah, and then you come back to it, and you're like, I don't even remember really doing that.
Exactly.
And it's like there's that little spark, and you're like, oh shit, that sounds good.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Those are like one of the coolest things I guess you can see, like think of is like when you actually listen back, and you're like, you're trying to decide if you're a good songwriter or a bad songwriter, and then there's kind of those like little justifications that are like, hey, you came up with that, I might not suck.
I'm not that bad.
But yeah, definitely.
All right, so. You say we take a listen to it. Got Away.
Sounds good.
Got Away by AJ Wetzel on the Barstool Banner.
watching the sun go down.
Welcome back to the Barstool Banner. That was AJ Wetzel with Got Away. Good song.
Great song.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So let's touch base real quick on your shows. April 1st, Hagerstown.
Yes, sir.
April.
Wait a minute. Steve-O's Music Madness presents AJ Wetzel.
Yes, at the American Legion, right?
Yes, sir.
In Hagerstown. April 2nd,
Back to another Legion. Just Cambridge City.
Doing your veterans duty.
It's the after prom for Lincoln High School fundraiser, so I'll be there on the 2nd.
Nice. Okay, so the last people we had on the Barstool Banner on the video, I guess it was on the audio as well, we did a 15 for 15 questions. So I'm going to cut this down. We're going to do a 10 for 10 with AJ Wetzel. Right on roll, please.
Let's do it.
Okay. No thought process into it. Real quick questions.
There ain't much thought process up here.
All right. What's your best road food to eat?
I'd say...
Besides cock.
Eesh. Yeah. Whatever's closest fast food after a show, you don't really feel like cooking or anything, just grab whatever is closest.
You don't have a favorite?
Oh, no.
Taco Bell?
Usually by then, whatever food is in front of me, I'll eat it.
Right. Okay. All right. First band name you ever played in?
AJ Wetzel.
AJ Wetzel, really?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I never had a band.
Okay. What do you think, your opinion, best song ever written?
There's a lot out there, but one that sticks out to me would be Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen.
Thunder Road?
Thunder Road.
Thunder Road. Okay, yes.
I just love that. The beginning.
Wait a minute.
Screen door slams.
Wait a minute.
Mary's dress waving.
Doesn't Garth Brooks have a song called
Roll?
Thunder
Rolls. Yep.
Yeah.
Thunder Road.
Thunder Road.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of really, really, really well written songs out there, but that one just, when I first heard it, I was like, damn.
Right.
That's one of the best songs I've ever heard written.
Nice. Okay. Steve, what's your favorite? Best song ever written?
Best song ever written?
Yeah.
Daggone. I'm going to have to go to... I don't know. Again, I'm going back to there's so many. I can say today my best song ever written is by Kickin' Valentina.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. I mean, the song Crazy was one of them.
Oh, yeah, that is a good song.
I'm just saying that mine, I don't know, just being what I do, there's a lot of great songs out there, so I really can't just pick one right now.
So we're going to play newlywed game here. I'm going to ask my wife, what is my best song ever written?
Jakey Lee, whatever it is.
Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the Moon.
Hey.
Half point. Very good. Very good.
Only a half point for that?
Well,
Damn.
she didn't get the name. She just got Jakey Lee.
We forgot about the Wizard.
Jakey Lee, by the way, hook me up.
The Wizard. What's his favorite song?
Yellow Brick Road? What? I don't know. What's your favorite song? Best song ever written?
Don't put me on the spot.
You're on the spot.
Oh, gosh. Don't put me on the spot.
You got to answer it now.
I can't answer
Bob
it.
Seger, turn the page.
Bob Seger, Turn the Page is what my wife says. That is a good song.
I'll go with that.
That's a pretty damn good song.
You know, now you forced it. We're going to start all over, and we're going round robin with everybody in the room is what we're doing. So, road food. Best road food to eat, Steve-O?
Oh, shoot. You put me on the spot because what I take on the road is beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Barbara?
Beef jerky.
That's true. You're on the road driving, going from point A to point B. What food do you have?
Bugles.
Bugles.
Hey.
Oh,
Do you put them on your fingers?
That's exactly what I do while driving.
Okay.
Semi-pass.
First band name probably doesn't apply to you guys. Best song ever written. Okay. Here we go. Favorite thing to do at home? Steve-O.
Besides family? Family's my first, but drink a beer.
That's a good answer.
Favorite thing to do at
I'd
home?
say we play a lot of euchre.
Do you really?
Yeah, I love euchre. So that's what
You don't
we
have
do.
a lot of friends.
That sounds, it only takes
Yes,
four
at
people.
least
That's all I
4
need.
people, yeah. Barbara.
Drink beer and watch sports.
Listen to music, dance with the family.
What
Dance with the family?
Yeah, we done it.
do you really?
Wow.
Damn.
We got
Do you like the electric slide or just like
Cupid
dance?
shuffle.
Just casual.
You just
whatever.
feel it, right?
Yeah.
Freestyling.
Whatever's in the.
I can
the
see
moment.
another
Nice.
barstool
Whatever's
banner.
in the moment.
I can see a barstool banner with Dancing with the Family.
Dancing
Hey.
with the family. Oh,
No.
okay. What's the song playing on your radio right now? Actually,
Song
let's
playing?
take that. The last song you played on your phone.
Stone Whiskey.
Stone
Empty
Whiskey.
Eyes.
Like I said earlier, it was "Stay With Me" by Faces.
Last song you listened to, Barbara?
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
Which song though?
I don't remember.
Dang,
Whatever,
Barb.
the first one came on iHeart when I turned him on.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
I like
Man,
it.
that's good.
You're like an onion, dude. You got so many layers.
Which song was it?
What is that? The Birds.
Three Little Birds.
Yep.
Yep.
Little Birds.
Don't worry about a ting.
How about that?
Oh, okay.
I like "No Woman No Cry" is my favorite Bob Marley song. Just putting that out
Okay,
there.
well, okay. I'm asking the questions here.
I'm not willing to do that.
Right. Okay. Boxers or briefs?
Underoos.
That's what we were
That's
talking
this.
about, Stitch. Underoos is what I was looking for. Boxers or briefs?
Me? Again?
You're not bullshitting. You're
shit.
going underoos.
Boxers.
Boxers.
Not gonna lie, Commando.
Commando.
Oh, Pete,
the
don't
only
get
way to
close
do it.
him. Come on.
Commando. Barbara, do you like your man in boxers or briefs?
A little bit of both.
Yes. What do
Mix
they
it
call
up.
those?
Yes, I don't know what they call
What do
it.
they call those? Yeah.
Depends.
What is that?
What do they call those? If they're not boxers, they're not briefs. They're the boxers that fit tight. What are those called?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what
Underwear.
I wear.
I don't know.
Is that what you wear?
Next question.
I don't believe you. Show me. Okay. All right then. It was.
I was glad you didn't ask me that question.
Oh yeah. Okay, where were we at? Okay.
You want me to read it for
I
you?
can't even read this. I don't even know. Okay. Best thing about playing live.
Oh,
thought they just
best
played
playing
live.
about live. It's been many moons ago, but I think the best thing is just seeing the people's reaction.
Okay.
I mean, one thing I look at is that when you play live, just when people come out there and they dance, whatever it is. But I mean, as far as myself, just I don't care if it's one person or 2 people, but when they sit there and dance to your music, and even, of course, we was a cover band. After I left your band, but just seeing people dance and sing, and
Great. Best thing about playing live.
Yeah. Mine might sound a little deeper, but I just love the feeling of being able to take someone that had a shitty work week or something like that, or having a shitty day. They come out to the bar, and for 3-4 minutes, I can make them not think about reality. They're just in the song, like enjoying the music. Everything else is out the window, just enjoying life and enjoying the music, and not thinking about too much.
Nice.
That is a very key word. I mean, that's very good.
Sounds a bit rehearsed to me, but okay.
Rehearsed? I've never
Barbara,
seen these questions.
What's the best thing about seeing a band live?
Seeing a band live.
Seeing a band live.
That's what it is.
Best thing about seeing a band live. What do you like? What?
Just like, especially with a good band,
Mm-hmm.
the goosebumps you get. Like,
Yeah.
When they hit that or whatever.
When they play your song that you heard that you played repeatedly,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, it sounds
you
just like
just start feeling it.
Yeah.
Just like going through.
You're lost.
Or when they do you're guessing what they're going to open with, and then it's just a bam, bam, and you're like, oh shit, here we go. Yep.
Okay. Worst thing about playing live.
worst thing. The bass player.
Ooh.
I was going to say the drummer. Or sound check, but I will go with drummer.
Worst thing about playing live, when you're not on your top performance, when you feel like you're not giving what you. Not saying it's happened a couple times that you feel like you have not really gave all you could to the people. So
I'm going to say, I mean, it just depends on the place, but sometimes you're just playing the chairs. you get those live performances, like if you're playing a little small, like bars or restaurants or venues or whatever. But
you're getting nothing back.
Yeah, you're just literally playing to nothing, playing to a bunch of empty chairs.
Yep.
That's one of the worst.
Okay, Barbara, worst thing about seeing a band live?
Drunk people in the crowd.
Oh yes, God, I agree. Worst, yeah.
Terrible.
I know, and especially when they start puking or whatnot. Just
It ruins the whole vibe.
it does.
Yes.
It takes everything out of it. It's not fun. It is not fun at all. All right, hey, what we got here? Okay, again, the song that or the question that has plagued mankind for centuries: toilet paper, over or under the roll?
Over. God, it's got to be.
That's the right question.
Over.
Over.
Yes. Over.
Under. I'm kidding. Over.
Over. We're all over.
You just want to
right?
be different. Yeah.
Thank God.
I think my family screws with me sometimes with that because I will change it.
Yeah.
Make it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they just don't care.
To be honest, I take it off. I don't like put it on
The roll. You just have it sitting there, so she can just kind of grab and go type.
Yeah, but when you grab it, are you
Yeah,
rolling
I'm
it like
going
this?
over.
Or are you rolling it under?
Yeah, I'm rolling over.
That's when you just put it around the hand and do a
Yeah,
quick roll.
exactly.
But which way are you rolling it?
I don't
Is
pay
it
attention.
coming from over? Hey,
Yeah, but the coolest thing when it goes over, you can just grab to the first sheet and just like flip it. Then you got to be an expert. Okay. Anyway.
Good Lord.
that is. That's
Deep toilet paper
way
talk
above it.
here at the bar stool.
Studio or live? Which would you do?
Live.
Live?
Is this for like playing or
What would you
radio?
rather do? Tomorrow they say you can go play in the studio or play live. What do you want to do?
Play live?
Play live. You've never been in the studio? No? Okay.
The reason why I say play live, it's a great experience. I'm going back to what we talked about earlier. It could be one person in the crowd. It could be 5 people. But if that one person's sitting there listening to you play or watching you play, you gain one person. It's the same thing we do this podcast show. If one person hears some certain song, if they see this guy, do you like this guy? Then you get the word out.
Steve needs a hug.
Don't even do it.
Last
Anyway.
question. Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Steak.
Steak on Thursday, chicken on Friday.
Well, it depends. It actually doesn't depend. I was gonna say chicken and wings or steak. No, it's just steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
Both.
No. Chicken or steak?
No. When I order nachos, I do both.
You don't.
I do.
You don't. Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Really? You guys are all going to die from heart attacks.
Hey,
don't care.
I'd rather die.
I don't care, but I'm dying with
But we're happy.
steak.
I'm with
But we're
Jay.
happy.
I'd rather die happy with some steak in my stomach than.
I guess the question should be on that one. Do you put A1 on your steak?
Okay,
No.
maybe
Well-
we should ask heart attack or stroke. Which do you...
Whichever one kills me faster.
Yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay, so the last song we're going to listen to is Cambridge City. I love this song. I love the lyrics in it. I love the little hidden gems if you're in the town and you're from around here. I love them.
Yeah,
I
I
think
appreciate that.
I think it's great lyrics. I think it's... Oh, I thought the Wiz was trying to tell us. I think the lyrics and everything are great in this. What do you think? You like it?
Oh, I like it.
This
Now-
this is probably my favorite song.
Okay.
This is probably
But
my
since
favorite
this has been released, what has your fan reaction been with it?
When it comes to
It's on
locals,
YouTube? I mean,
Yeah.
I bet when you're playing local and this comes up, they're all like, oh.
I've even had people when I play in Connersville say, "Hey, you should play a Cambridge City song," and they're not even from Cambridge City.
Right.
So that's like when you know you're like, "Well, I might write a decent
we must
song."
be out of basketball season right now for high school. I mean, that's...
Yeah, because
Anyway, high school.
yeah. But yeah, I've gotten nothing but great reactions out of it. People love it every time I play live. If there's someone from the home crowd that shows up, they ask for that song. So
I love it. I love it. So we're going to break to this, but one question you bring up that I did miss on here, we're going to end this with before we go into AJ Wetzel in Cambridge City, is who's winning the NCAA tournament?
Do what?
The NCAA tournament. Who's winning it?
Kentucky.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck me.
I have no idea, honestly. It's so wide open, and everyone's playing
Who's
like
your favorite?
trash.
Who's your favorite team? Who are you looking at?
At this point, we're going with the hometown crew. Might as well throw the Boilermakers in there.
Nice.
They think they probably won't win it, but it's worth a shot.
They got Barbara Sue. Who do you think?
Purdue or Gonzaga?
Barb's over there studying up.
Wiz?
I don't watch.
He doesn't watch sports.
Don't. Why are you lying for, Steve?
Steve, don't lie.
He definitely lies.
He is
I'm
lying.
sorry.
You don't watch basketball?
No.
Football?
Football.
Football.
Do you watch baseball?
No. Do you watch baseball?
I do.
When?
Not very often.
That's a very good question. When do you watch baseball?
Little League
Not right now.
World Series when it comes around.
Hey.
Have you ever watched the Little League World Series when
that
it
shit
comes
is smacked.
That is some great shit
That is
here.
fun.
You let me down. We're watching basketball, you and me. We're doing it. All right, for the Barstool banner, I'm your host, Pete Judy, AJ Wetzel.
Thanks for having me.
Steve-O Music Madness. We're going to end this with Cambridge City. See you next week.
Take me back where the corn grows high and the beans do chewing on a Friday night. You can see everybody, 'cause everybody knows everybody. Mama lives just down the street from a blonde-haired girl making eyes at me. Back of that Chevy, hit it on down to the levee. A businessman, don't show me no pity. I want to go back to Cambridge City. Well, ice cream sits on top of a hill. The tracks get used about twice a year when the train comes running. Lucky if you see it coming. Love on the corner kinda got a smell, but it can't keep us from raising that hill. Band starts playing, whole damn town starts singing. So businessman, don't show me no pity. I want to go back to Cambridge City. What do you say we go buy us some land? We can build us a house, it's a damn good plan. Don't you think so, honey? Gotta save a little money. Sit on the porch and just roll